Hey, boss. Who are you?
The new gardener.
Saturday, just Saturday, and this brew review is sponsored by Rich Huff, Speedway Stout. That's right, an imperial stout made with coffee, weighing in at 3,012%. It's rich. Isn't that convenient? It's rich. Chocolate and coffee. I'm not sure what I'm not sure if they keep this in the rotation all year or if they do a release. Now I know the Magic Ticket one is, I don't even know, that might even been a one-time thing. But we're gonna open it with a bottle opener that's out all the time and hasn't been used in forever. Let's see if she works swimmingly. Yeah, she always hangs right here. Somehow. Fucking Biden fucks everything up. Now he's in the way of this. Oh, Biden's such a fucking piece of shit. If only we had less Biden in this world. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Sorry I blew up back there. Just got back from a ride. Went out to go see my mom's new place, and she was out there because they're doing a showing on her house and had an open house, and she couldn't be there. I'm not going to bother with the fleshlight. Actually, I still have not found it since Sharky had his grubby little mitts on it. Right now he's sitting in his kitchen. Wow, this thing's bright. Relocates my flashlight. Puts a ship in E3. What the hell? Jesus God. Cheers. Well, sorry. Hang on. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. It smells like beer. Cheers. It has been out for a little while. Hey, we never play with this enough. I remember when Cobra wanted to know how long the battery lasts in this. Well, this is the untouched battery that I put on it when I took it out of the box. And the ideal temperature is 55 degrees, and it is 57 degrees. And that titty is 87, and that titty is 88, in case you were wondering. I think I tried to give that flashlight away to 3 different people, and they all said, "No, I'm okay." No, that's not an offer. You know, I am seriously considering putting that through night weapon, dedicated weapon light on my Justin rifle and taking the Brennite off of it and just using the Brennite as a flashlight. Weird, huh? Hey. Looks like my hair survived. Well, no, it doesn't really look like it survived being in a motorcycle helmet for 50 miles. You do that to John. He goes, "Dickweed, I can hear the fan." How you doing? First was Smile Money saying first. Cobra says second. J-Dog is here at work. Why does this all sound so familiar? Hector, cow droppings. DFC, whiff. I'll give you that one. Jeremy, Eric is getting a subtle scent of week-old. I think you spelled that wrong. Calm. On the tip of the tongue, less than a week old. Calm. Din says to him, "You're saying he has a nut goblin the whole time?" Smile Money says, "So it was Swingapalooza." DFC says, "Ish." I agree. Best comment of all of them. Salty says, "Once naked, twice double naked." Hector says, "Or 3 times. Oh yeah. E7 and..."
Joe Biden! Joe Biden! Joe Biden!
E7 and it's sunk. And Hector goes on the board first. Yeah, you should really try to win this one, because right now I think I have 2 things to send you. I have to do the review yet, but I have the fox knife and I guess this little gem. Hector, I think you should give most of your credit to Sharky on this one. E3. Yeah, I had these beautiful plans of putting forth the time to get my obligations to my sponsors out of the way. And, yeah, none of that happened. Oh, excuse me. So that means maybe Christine is doing her show tonight if I have any signs of motivation. And I was about to say really nice side boob. Signs of motivation, I should come down here and record something. Probably in the order in which I need to do them would be the Battle Box, the Through Night, and the Bryn Night. Oh, and I apologize, I was wrong if anyone clicked on the link. The little Through Night is $35, which really doesn't surprise me with how it's made and how bright it is. And I never even looked to see what's powering this one. Oh, this has one of the 18350s, 1100, so it's kind of about the size as a CR123. That's what I wish I had. I wish I had frickin' rechargeable CR123s. On the other hand, does a regular battery hold its charge longer than a rechargeable battery holds? This thing is really frickin' bright, though. By the way, I'm not kidding. I'm at a point where I already told Christine that she could have this one. But I'm at a point where I'm considering buying one of these for myself, and actually making this my EDC at work. I like its size. Very bright. It's just as bright as the Bryn Knight. I don't even know what model it is. It makes no sense to me because I want to say the one that's the PT this number, it's a bigger number, yet it's the smaller flashlight, and the smaller number is the one. What, Remco? Remco got screwed out of a comment again. There's a fucking surprise. I still don't understand. It's like, I really, I'm probably never going to see it, but I really like to see the day that, the First Amendment goes back to ruling supreme, and we don't have a fucking cunt run AI-based shithole called YouTube. Yeah, hey YouTube, stick your AI up your fucking woke ass. It'd be one thing if you think you need to self-censor the comments made by some random person, but if you're smart enough to be a artificial intelligence, then you probably know that the people that constantly leave comments are the people that constantly leave comments. And then maybe we could take it one step farther when I say these people are authorized commenters. And it's even more embarrassing for you, WokeTube, when you delete the comments of someone that I have listed as a moderator to this channel. Fucking go lay by your bull, bitch, and leave the, if I want the comment to be read, I'll read it. And if it's something, I couldn't even tell you how long it's been, probably going all the way back to that fucking prick Chuck, the last time I deleted comments. Why did I delete them? Because they pissed me off. When you get some fucking cockyodeler that's down there going, well, and Eric rigs this, or Eric just makes sure that his friends, first of all, you cockyodeler, when we have a typical giveaway of some sort, and everybody that's entered is one of my friends, duh, no, yeah, you're right, it was rigged for one of my friends to win. You know how I rigged it? I made it so that you had to enter to be eligible, you fucking cockyodeler. I know the feeling. Wow. I was in a great mood till I thought about Chuck. And WokeTube. Seriously, what a joke. What is the end game? I've had you. I've had her. I've had people like Hector and Sharky and I don't even remember who else has made screenshots of their comment, and it could say something like, "Oof, the weather's really hot in my house," channel or comment deleted. I still think it goes back to they want to do everything they can. Any channel that they disagree with, just throw it out there as a little whisper that the creator of the channel is deleting my comments. Well, fuck that prick. I'm never gonna watch that channel again. That kind of shit. That's just the start of. Again, like I constantly say, it's too bad that they have the setup. They have the ability to heart a comment, which so many of you don't get notifications anymore on shit like that. Seriously, if some shithole like Rumble actually worked, I would just say screw it. Especially since now they've already floating the balloon that if you say stuff against the jab again and you make negative comments about the next upcoming pandemic, we'll just do stuff and we'll get rid of your channel. As of right now, believe it or not, fuck you, WokeTube. Believe it or not, as of this moment in time, the captain has not had one of those things, knock on asbestos. Yeah, I remember that time that Sharky moved my flashlight. Okay, I moved just about everything on the desk. Before I turned the camera on, I pulled out every last unloaded 5.56 round, which I really don't know if it makes up a flippin' difference or not. I have like hundreds and hundreds of rounds of the Hornady VMAX tips, and as far as I'm concerned, yes, I'll put them in a pile and I'll save them for doing Second Amendment shit. Hopefully that moment in time really never comes. At this point in time, on the other hand, I kind of wish something would happen, because I'm really sick and tired of us losing freedoms and our rights and being taxed to unholy fucking shit. And yet everybody's like, oh, well, I'm just me, and if I do anything, then I'll just be that one person. Yeah, you would be, but if we all join together, there's one of them for like every million of us, unless you count the IRS. I had 120 rounds of the green tip. I know I could. I know I could go. I could probably just ask right now and get an answer to this. But is there really much of a difference between a 5.56 round? I know when you actually purchase a 5.56 round, you can tell that the brass looks like it's been annealed. I don't know if it's the higher pressure. I know it's a higher pressure than 223. Which is why whenever you buy a barrel, always make sure that it's 223/556 or just says 5.56 on it. But I had 120 rounds of the. Had 120 rounds of this, and once again I figured I would have, I don't know, 100 empty AR mags versus some that have stuff that I would grab, like say tomorrow, and go up to the range and shoot. Then I have 120 of the green tip. Got this from Howard from the bunker. We were looking for that $4,000 Beanie Baby, and I found that. So I see that Remco tossed it out. While we were up at the range, I ejected this from the Mosin, so I figured instead of continuing to carry it around in my pocket, I put it back. But yeah, so I just put together 2 piles of mags, and I want to take one of these cases, or maybe my military vest or whatever, and fill it with all the stuff that you would want when you were doing Patriot stuff versus just shooting a steel plate. I don't know if those green tips are just a little bit hotter or what the deal is. I mean, the tip is just green paint. I mean, unless you're telling me that it's magical green paint. See, I just play stupid every now and then, just to give some of you a reason to, leave me a comment. I mean, I'm not going to look it up between now and tomorrow, even though I know 5 seconds from now I could already have the answer to that. Like, hey Google, what's the temperature right now?
Currently in Duluth, it's 65 degrees.
Is it supposed to rain?
Probably not. Currently in Duluth, there's only a very slight chance of rain.
Do you know I went for a motorcycle ride today and it was a lot of fun? Oh, you don't want to social interact with me? Hey Google, do you even give a shit that I went for a motorcycle ride today and it was a lot of fun?
I don't understand.
Would you understand a finger in your butt? Hector, I found your Irish jig right here. Hey Google, can you play me an Irish jig?
Sure, playing the album Irish Jig on Spotify.
Sounds like some hillbilly shit already. Okay, now we're getting a little bit more. Where's Jerry when you need him? I don't want the hole. Okay, Google. Stop that awesome music. Hey Google, what's your favorite joke?
How did the barber win the race? He knew a shortcut.
That's your favorite? Hey Google, tell me a joke that doesn't suck.
What's a pig's favorite karate move? A pork chop.
I'm not going to give you that one. Is there something else you have that's funny? Let's just all stare at the monitor until there's a chick up there that we wouldn't hit with the pork sword. Okay. Hector already had a tap out. Hey Hector, would it count if she put on a strap-on? Huh? You know what I love about these, and thank you Rich, is they just have a really nice chocolatey and coffee, and they don't have that whatever that thing is that has the tremendous black licorice to it. I don't mind like grabbing like some really high-end quality black licorice as far as licorice goes, but it's just not a thing that I want in my stouts. And this gets that chocolatey, malty goodness without that personal favorite, without reminding me of black licorice. That's because I'm racist and I prefer the white licorice. or even red licorice, or pretty much any color but black licorice. Fuck you, Sharky. Sorry, I blew up right there. Yes. Last sub-comment on Oscar's, let's see, I read Hector's, and he sunk a ship. Tardisius, I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand. He was naked. Bet his hair looked great, too. Poco, I would never spend money in Brennite. I never use my Brennite flashlights. I constantly use my through-light nights. Well, I have to ask why. Now, for me, I thought they were extremely nice lights, and I just stupidly thought, well, I don't want to fuck this up. Then I came to the conclusion, you know what? We only get one go around on this flat Earth, and why not use it? I mean, what am I doing? I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of shit so that Samantha has brand new stuff. Why? Why do so many people just set stuff aside and never actually enjoy it for themselves? Yeah. And of course I can't even tell you what model it is because the model number is buried in there somewhere. But my Brennite somewhere. I guess before I decide to uncommit, I'd have to see if somewhere I better have the box for this yet, and I would have the original cap for it, because this wasn't a dedicated weapon mount. But what I was saying is I'm seriously considering the only thing that sucks is I'd have to get a section of rail for this. It's just switching over to this guy. It's just as bright, if not brighter, and it's just a dedicated weapon light. If I were to put it on here, I can still easily get to where I need to go with this mount on it. Seeing so this one just came with a piece of Velcro, whereas this one comes with the mount setup, but I would have to put a section of rail on here, which would make it stick out a little bit more. But I do like the through night products. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic light, but it could also just be used as a flashlight, where the through night can't be used as just a flashlight unless, of course, you like it having an umbilical cord. So I am pretty much planning on switching this guy over. The most secure mount would be to put it on a piece of rail. Poco says E7. E7. Hector beat you to it. Rich Huff says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Wasn't a lot of comments. Haven't been getting a lot of views. And I'm okay with that. The people that matter show up. Bad says greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Then he says, I have 2 of the TS1 and love them. I couldn't even tell you if I've ever had a flashlight from Through Night I haven't liked. The one thing to me that I really could give a shit about is I could honestly give a shit about strobe. I mean, it's never ever going to be the deal breaker if it wasn't on a light. I mean, oh, you gotta have it to disorientate your adversary. Well, you know what? Shooting them in the fucking face disorientates them too. Just saying. Like the, and it's still laying upstairs because I wanted to look at it myself, but the flow chart for the Brennite is like, I mean, I don't need the directions to figure out that it has a big button on the back that turns it on. And then if you hit the little button on the back, it goes through low, medium, high, and turbo or bright. I don't. And then if you turn it off, and if you are holding it this way and you press this button, you get Firefly, low, medium, high. Oh, maybe it's just back to low. I think you have to press and hold to get Firefly. Well, that still looks like Firefly. I don't know. I don't press and hold and it turns off. I know there's like a bunch of shit that it'll do, strobe, SOS, blah 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 blah. But I'm kind of I do like these rings when if you're gonna hold it like this, it gives it a positive stop. Like you don't have to worry about it pushing through your fingers because you're locked in on that. But I'm still interested in Poco as to why, if you had something like this, you wouldn't use it. They are the finest quality light that I have ever reviewed. Is Through Night that much behind them as far as their anodizing? Hell no. I put them basically. I put them in basically the same camp. It's just I think there's just a little bit something extra about the anodizing that Brennite does. But you'll never ever hear me ever say anything negative about either of these companies. But I give the nod to Through Night. They are constantly coming out with different stuff. They keep stuff in their lineup a really long time before they discontinue it. I don't know if they have think tanks that sit around and go, you know what people really like? They like a nice small flashlight that's really frickin' bright. And it runs on a rechargeable battery. Okay, let's make that. Let's make some more of those. You know, it's like lately there seems to be more things in their small light lineup. On the other hand, if you're just looking for something that's extremely bright, and I'm not even sure where I moved everything. Maybe I gave it away. I don't know. I have one upstairs, and they're the personal favorite. They're the ones that look more like a small pop can, and they have almost the same profile from the start to finish. I keep one of those upstairs in the bedroom, and it's oh, never mind. I think I put it with Alice when I took the one that's in there out to send to Jay, because I know Jay's son. Jay has got 2 sons, and the one son really loves that one, and I'm like, maybe this will be the equalizer. I think the one I'm talking about is in with Alice. Forgive me, Father, for I'm about to sin. Cobra, which of your pistols do you think you have put the most rounds through? Kimber. My Kimber. Hands down, my Kimber. I have said a few times that if you told me that I could get $1 zillion if I could get within 1,000 rounds of the actual round count, I'd have to lose that bet. I couldn't even tell you what has gone through this. Wore out a bunch of stuff, and it started to give me some hiccups, and went through, I think with the help of J-Dog, went through and put a Wilson Combat rebuild kit into it. This one didn't get shot. Matter of fact, nothing, Sharky, we didn't bring anything out that was a 45, and I guess it worked out because Mikey said, hey, when Sharky's here, if you're going to shoot 45, man, don't worry about it. I've got so much 45, it's falling out my butt. He didn't come out to the shack when we were out there. Got the Novak, I'd almost have to take this up and take it overnight, but I'm not sure that these guys are actually glowing anymore, which is still, but Cobra, in all defense of whatever fucking Smile Money's smart ass response was, you also got to keep in mind it's going to have the biggest round count, because this is the oldest gun in my collection. When I went through my divorce, I sold everything I had except for my grandfather's 22 and my XD, not even an XD-M, an XD-45. And I ended up selling the XD-45, and then the gun collection was pretty much starting over as of my YouTube channel. As of the day that I recorded my first YouTube video on the Ebomi channel, I own this. I own the Tan Foglia, the EAA Witness P-Carry, which, as much as I dog on them, that's a gun I should have never gotten rid of. Christine gave me that gun. I was just pissed off because EAA USA is just a bunch of cunts, and they were unwilling to even give a basic conversation as to steering me in the right direction. I felt that the gun was set up too light for a real 10mm round, and not the a lot of the neutered stuff that was coming out back when I owned that gun. And they're like, well, we don't endorse plus P. I didn't say I was firing plus P. I'm firing full, like the normal round, an actual 10mm loaded round. Well, we don't endorse plus P. You're not listening to me. I didn't say anything about a plus P round. I'm talking about a real 10 millimeter round, as it would have been made in 1992 versus today being a 40 cal in a longer shell. They're just pricks. And I'm like, I finally ended it with like, you are fucking useless. Thank you for losing a customer for life. And I have not purchased an EAA product since then. Hang on, as the main security consultant for the spook house, I have to find out what's going on over there. Oh, evidently the owner of the property is over fucking things up again. Okay, so I don't want to hear this shit all day, so snooze, 2 hours, apply to all devices. Oh look, looks like I'll be spending next weekend with my sister. Okay. Probably before I deplane and go upstairs, I'm probably going to swap this out. Put this guy on there. So, there you go, Poco. You should be happy. I'm taking a Brennite flashlight off of a rifle that I would never let leave my collection and replacing it with a ThruNite product. Oh, just listen to that. If it wasn't for the spring, this almost makes no noise at all. But then again, Hector, Spike's Tactical, nickel boron bolt carrier. And the vertical hand grip that Poco gave me. Can't you send me an angled foregrip or something? Because in the vein of sticking with a rifle that consists mostly of stuff from my family and friends, I would never use it like this though. I would use it like that. Or if you've got something that you're shooting off of, then you can push yourself into it and use it as a. And what did this one come with? I think this one came with a magical dildo holder. And my 45-degree ambi safety, and a Folds of Honor trigger. I believe this guy's responsible for that. Or is it the one in Alice? I don't remember. And the ammo that Justin gave me. Smile Money's sub-comment to Cobra asking me what gun has the most rounds through it. Pistol. Smile Money says, 1 trip to the range and 10 mag dumps later, the round count adds up. Smile Money, cardboard Labrador crap. Well, that would scream top shelf material. Oh, Smile Money. Whatever that was. Did I mention it or not? But I got another another pile of targets. I don't know if it was in something or Christine opened it. All I know is I come upstairs and on a chair in the living room is the exact paper targets that you already sent me. So I'm assuming that it's you for restocking the paper targets. We shot the shit out of those targets. As you saw in the picture that I sent you, thanking you, and I do thank you. I'm still the goal is to go through some more. As a matter of fact, I should call Mr. Brown and see what he's doing tomorrow. I should really bring this with too. Hey Cobra, snuggle in nice and close. We're gonna touch tips. Oh yeah. You know, I swear to God, there is always the new scratch of the day on this thing. I wipe it on the... See, Jeremy, you can't even get mad. Your face, I think, just added another scratch. I have to admit, the bluing on this thing has always been pretty damn decent. Now, this is the damage side. There's from being in the leather holster, and there's from touching Eric and having, fat juice wear the coloring off, but I probably should look into what a set of these Novak Night sights cost. This guy needs to be rejuvenated. But I was never afraid to carry all the way back to when I purchased this. And if you don't know the story, this was a treat to myself when I turned out as a sprinkler fitter and became a journeyman. It was $1,500 plus tax, and they swore that, well, they didn't really swore as Kimber said that they were going to produce this gun as you see it for 1 year, and at the end of 1 year they would pull production. 20 years later, the Raptor line is one of the most popular lines, and you can get these guns in 5-inch, 4.25 commander size, and the Ultra. I would like to say I'm disappointed, because this would probably be worth more if it really had been discontinued 20 years ago. But if it would have been discontinued 20 years ago, I wouldn't have this one. So, c'est la vie. Yeah, Cobra, I almost couldn't even speculate as to how many rounds have gone through this. I mean, how many rounds can you put through a 1911 before you have the springs and stuff starting to fail in it? If the new one would have been anywhere near the quality of this one, I feel it would have simply just run right out of the box. I mean, Kimber's always been hit and miss though. Always been hit and miss, and of course a lot of people were upset with that. The tactical extractor, at least they went back to the correct one on the 10 millimeter, but it's still hard to argue with some things. The trigger pull on this just keeps getting better and better, and the reset is almost non-existent. Almost. I might have to see what David is doing tomorrow. Maybe make it a 45 day. And 10 millimeter. Don't pull the trigger on this one. This one is filled full of Sig Sauer. Right, Sharky? Nope. Got to have the special camera light so that it aims back so you can get the... Oh, and Sharky, you're another one of your favorite guns that you didn't get to shoot. You shot this though. I could shoot those from 10 feet away. Bad says vodka and Mountain Dew Baja Splash sounds good. It was very good. It was. I'd have one of those right now if I had more of it. Smile money. The problem with the flashlight reviews is they are basically all the same. I do like the ones that have the most lumens. If some light is good, too much light is priceless. No, you're right. The only thing, and it's me, because summer up here is ridiculous. I mean, the sun is up by 5 o'clock in the morning, which means I'd have to go to the spook house or anywhere. I had a night where, Jolson, I guess this shit's for you. I had a night where I think Christine was doing her show, and I'm like, I'm going to go review the flashlight. You know how freaking far I had to drive away from the house? I was like, you know, it'd be nice. It's just walk out in the backyard. Matt's light turns on, Michelle's light turns on, my light turns on. I can turn mine off. I can't very well go in and turn off Michelle's and Mike's, and all these lights are lighting up. I'm like, okay, fine. I won't do it. I'll do it on the side of the house. Nope. Too much light from the front, too much light from the back. Can't do it out front because of the street lights. I'll do it in the alley. Oh, the alley. There's just as many lights in our alley as there is out in front. Son of a bitch. Fine. I'll get in my truck and I'll drive up the skyline, which that's about the closest that I can get. That spot where the last one I reviewed, where Vivian was in there, I just got a bug in my ass that morning and I have not taken Vivian. Vivian has not been ridden in the dark by me. And being that, thanks to Miles, he purchased me that awesome LED light. I don't know where it's aiming. I still have to figure out the final resting place because it's a homemade bracket. And once I figure out that I want the light to be, say, right there, I need to drill a small hole through the bracket assembly that I made and pin the light in place, because right now it's basically just on a threaded, on a bolt setup, so that I can actually push it forward or pull it back. Surprisingly, I end up finding it always tilted forward. You'd think because of acceleration and wind that it would naturally pull back, but maybe that's in the direction of tightening and why it happens. But that was the first opportunity I've had to take her for a ride in the dark, and I did figure out where the light needed to be. I forgot to bring a Sharpie with to indent the key that spot, so when I got home I could have actually drilled a small hole through the bracket, through the whole assembly, and stick a cotter pin, or I don't have any roll pins because that would just be the start of another AR. But the only thing I can ever do to mix it up a little bit is to say, show that. But again, if I'm walking around outside, I mean, I don't need a comment on this, but be truthful in your thoughts. What is the difference between me walking around with a flashlight in the spook house basement versus out in the dark somewhere? To me, it doesn't prove a goddamn thing. If I had some special equipment that, okay, it's still bright at 480 meters and it's detecting this many lumens, that's fine, then I could give some scientific shit. But I don't, you categorize me as lazy or whatever, but I would rather just tell you the features, give you an idea, and tell you honestly if I like the thing or not. Right now, other than that one, which was in the pile of stuff for Poco, was there something else in that pile of shit, Poco, that you wanted other than the Faraday bag? And what is the story with October whatever? Are we supposed to get a Chinese EMP attack, or, you know, why do you want to put your phone in a Faraday bag? Because your phone's in a Faraday bag. Say your keys, you know, you can put your key fob in a Faraday bag. Well, your fucking car don't fit in a Faraday bag. All of the towers for the cellular company don't fit in a Faraday bag. So what good is any of it? Where are we? Boom. Wow. I always look right at like an hour. Okay, so pick it up, Eric. Cobra says ball movement 7. B7 is a miss. Cobra says, nice zoom. One of my old squadron coins. I must have given that to you back when I was still drinking. Come on. So, what he's saying, you wouldn't give it to me? See, here's the flip side of the coin, by the way. That was pretty cool. So since he left a comment, Cobra gave me this. And evidently he was fucking drunk when he mailed it. Otherwise he evidently wouldn't have mailed it. And it always sits right here next to Cobra with his little Barnes beanie hat, and I put a face on him. I didn't want to draw I want to draw on this just in case it was worth $4,000 someday. So actually, it's just clear tape with the face drawn on it. So I can tear it off and it'll be worth $4,000 again. I was going through some stuff and that used to be set up behind me, and Lily asked for it. I've got my swamp creature, and she has somebody that she thought would really like this. My Sonic guy. This was always such a pain in the ass. I don't know if you can tell, but it was always really hard to get him to stand up. For some reason, he's top heavy. I don't know why. Along with the two beers that I told her I'd send her before I have a impulsive moment and drink them. Bad says you told him. Bad says Cunt Hair 8. Cunt Hair 8 happens to be a hit. C8 is a hit. Bad. Night, Captain. Let's close out with a... Her name is Jan. FJB also stands for Feel Jan's Breasts. Or Finger Jan's Butt. Smile money. I wonder how many of my neighbors are drinking while doing videos in their basement with a half-naked women, slideshows playing in the background, not to mention surrounding themselves with enough firearms to arm Chicago. My neighbors don't wonder. Dan, did you smile money your paw cleaner yet? Yeah, I'm thinking might need to order one of those. Never know, Marshall's over, he gets snow and mud and shitting on his paws, and I can clean his paws off with that paw cleaner. We're talking about Locked and Loaded last night. It's a real product. I'm sure there's a certain percentage of people that are buying this thing so they can clean their dog's paws. The rest of them are sticking their penis in it. McLean, thank God Sharky finally left. Jeez. Wade says, I know, right? We might accidentally get used to a co-host that's not staring at his pocket brain and makes funny / intelligent comments. The nerve of some people. Clyde says, whiskey and revolution for all. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Hector, my allergies have been kicking my ass too lately. Oh, today I was out after half of my ride, riding to my mom's new place, halfway between here and Two Harbors. Hector, I could have told you my blood pressure from the backside of my itchy eyeballs. I was just like going, Jesus Christ. Too dramatic? It was something like that. Come on. Jeez. Come on, man. Finger looking good. McLean, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. D-Mill. Classic Jolson. McLean, you ever skeet shoot Jennifer? I ever have. Is her name Jennifer? Because I'd be happy to shoot her skeet. If you're asking me a legitimate question, no, I've never gone out to where they had the machines. We, on the other hand, Michael has a launcher, and me and Christine and him have done clay pigeons up at the shack. Talk about a fucking mess. Almost as bad as Jeremy and that goddamn cannon. EMT Rail fan D7? Are we touching tips again? D as in dork 7, D7. D7 is a miss. So I guess no, we're not touching tips. Oh, and Hector? Right now, right then, that's when my decongestant ran out. EMT, with the best words of all. Look, another through night. I already reviewed this one, so I could give that one away. The Saber. That's a bright little light, too. I like that guy better just because of the button layout, and I like her buttons too. Wade with the last comment. Through Night has long been a favorite flashlight. I ordered a red twin to the Archer Pro V2 that I won from you. That one has been in my pocket since I got it. They're just fantastic lights. I mean, trust me. I'm full of, well, I'm not really full of, 12%, the truth serum. I never really, or should I say, I hate to ever sound like I'm agreeing with Poco, but of the two companies, if I had to permanently give one up and never have their products or any of the above, get free shit from them, Brinnite would be the one. Because Through Night just constantly has, I mean, everything from, smaller lights like the Saber, or even smaller, the one that ran on the AAA batteries. That thing was freaking. I hated that every time you turned it on, it was in low, and you actually had to then double click to go to high. It had two settings, low and high. But it was a damn bright little light. It was out my garage for a long time. Miles used it when he redid the handlebars on his Harley, and stuff like this. It's just a more rounded company with just as good, if not better, because of what they offer. I like the lights like this where you press the button and it turns on. Do this to lock it and blah blah blah. At least some of the newer ones, maybe people like me finally got to them and they went, you know what, we're making this lock thing way too. If you didn't use it and it auto locked, or if you didn't lock it, it would go off in my pocket. That's why one of the ones, Smile Money, I think we were even talking about that. One of those lights, I gave it to Christine and she leaves it upstairs in the bathroom. I don't know. But that light, I tried to carry it on me, and if I didn't lock the stupid thing, I kept finding it on or felt it warming up my leg, and no. I mean, the Brinnite that I'm using right now, the little brother to that one that has the little knuckle. Actually, I think that one comes with the knuckle buster too. Somewhere there's a box here, and I need to take that off and then switch it over to just being a flashlight. It's a badass flashlight. Now the Through Night, I think the Through Night's brighter, smaller, and it's supposed to be a weapon light. It's one and only job is to light shit up before you shoot it. Time to go to the club. These, the Alesmith, both this one and the golden ticket one, they're just, this is what I like in a stout. I don't like that heavy black licorice flavors to it. This is what I like about this one. Somewhere on here it actually said, chocolate and roasted malts dominate the flavor, supported by notes of dark fruit, toffee, and caramel. A healthy dose of locally roasted coffee added to each batch. Furthermore, brings out the bruised chocolate notes and enhances its drinkability. This beer will continue to mature for many years to come. Yeah, the problem is I saw no date on here, so I don't know if this is a new batch. I mean, with the exception that they're enjoyable. I've never had one of these long enough to age it. If I could get a hold of like 2 to 4 of these to age, I would. But they're just Rich, thank you. These are always a 10. These are always a 10 plus. Like I said, the bourbon barreled aged golden ticket version of this was just way over the top. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's pick a blue. Blue would have been nice. Let's go to the club. Ed. Well, I'd like to be over dramatic and say for some reason I've been thinking a lot about Ed the last few days, but I think about Ed every single day. And in true honor of a person's character, we will never ever be without Ed. Would I like to be able to call him up and have him talk me down when I'm really upset? Just have a decent conversation with him, get on in a video chat. Like I said, there's a few of you out there that you're probably not even following me over here anymore, but if you do, what you need to know is it wasn't a personal thing. I didn't stop doing video calls with you or anybody because we just excluded you from the group. The truth is, for whatever reason, getting together and doing video chats kind of ended with Ed. Should we pick a night and a bunch of us still get back together and just stay in touch like we used to? Hell yeah. But shame on you if you think that it's something that I have against anybody. My thoughts haven't changed against anybody in the way that we're no longer friends. Even that dipshit stalker Steve. It's like, I didn't stop when I was trying to get to Jerry's before I became unconscious and fell asleep. I didn't realize that our friendship meant so little that was the case. But you know what? That's why fuck yous were invented. So Steve, fuck you. Yeah, I know. Ed's like, do you remember that whole? Actually, Ed didn't even know hashtag be like Ed. That credit all goes to Cobra. And Cobra himself has had to say a few times, yeah, hashtag be like Ed. That involves that involves you. Involves me. You know, I try. I try my best to always think what Ed would have done. Because, again, like I've said, there's only been a few times. One of his children, not probably, the same piece of shit that tried to adios all the firearms and did exactly what NIHAP said. This always happens. There's always that one or two people in the family that just fucks it up. That's why I swore it was never going to be like that. And it never has been like that with me and my sister. I've always felt that I've always been better off than she has, and there may have been times that I wasn't the best brother, so I spend my time making up for it. And it looks like she might be here next weekend to have a fuck it weekend, which means she'll be able to be more obnoxious than normal because it'll be fueled by alcohol. Maybe I'll have her do a brewery review with me. I don't think she drinks beer, but we can find something. Okay, in the club. Wow. Like record territory here, J-Dog, almost an hour ago. Heart Club, Mr. Holster. That's because J-Dog had one of the second or third comments. Sharky, cheers all. Late cook for me. Daughter had a handball event. Two practice matches. Right now he's booking a flight to come over and punch me. 2 practice matches and more stuff. Between 4 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. when I got home. 10:50 p.m. now as I prep dinner for 1. Well, that's just sounds so sad. Sharky, the big light is hiding behind the KS-47 next to Marvin's picture. Oh, you son of a bitch. I love those little through-night ones. Gave the ex and the daughter one for their trip to Egypt a while ago. I tried to give him a flashlight, by the way. I think I even tried to give him this one. This one is the Lumatop. This one's pretty cool because it's like the new Brennite. It has on and off, or you can pick a particular light level. I used to have this on Alice, by the way. I took that off of Alice when the Scorpion light, the dual light setup from Brennite Poco came out. Hector, in the club. Wanting a 3-inch Huber brake, Mr. Boozman. Laugh out loud. Sharky says, welcome. Sharky, oh, and cheers, clubbers. God, that is such a solid ass. Her face looks more like a guy than a girl, but the rest of all the way up to that point, that's why those bitches are equalized with a light switch. Wow, Sharky. David's Delta Elite ran perfectly, and did yours. Only the 3-inch revolver had issues, ammo issues, and let's not mention the SVD. No, let's not mention that at all. Hey, that's the first time that's ever happened. But after J-Dog fixed it, it should never happen again. On the other hand, is it really possible that the scope mount holds that gun together? The only way that could have happened is if there's some kind of failure with the shepherd's hook. Which is why they came out with the bracket. So that you can throw the fucking paper clip away. Yeah, we busted open the red head to look at how the shepherd hook is supposed to be. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I got rid of the shepherd's hook in the red head. She's got the plate. I'm not sure what's in the blonde. And Sharky, you got to book another trip. I thought we were going to put that ALG trigger into the blonde. Means I'm going to have to do it myself. I suppose I'm just going to have to suck it up and... If I have extra parts, because I was supposed to have extra parts, I don't know. I don't really... even if I had 2 of them, I wouldn't really want to upgrade the trigger and the red head. That one has been polished to the point where it's just... Well, you shot the red head too, so... Smile Money. Hey, it's time to join the Two-Hearted Ed Club. Cheers. Sharky. Those were quite nice too. Those IPAs had a few. Well, we bought 2 12ers and there's 2 left, so yeah, we had a few. Sharky SH, outro babe, yummy. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. That was, thanks guys, that was an incredible amount of comments for the club. Means a bunch of you don't have a life. Okay, probably see you tomorrow. Still considering looking at the weather, maybe seeing if David wants to take a run to Island Lake or not. I'd like to shoot. We got to screw up some more of those targets that Smile Money sent. Cheers.